Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. Today is Wednesday the 12th, and today was a gorgeous day outside. A bit of rain off and on. A couple times it rained really hard, but not too bad. Temperature was nice. We got this morning, got a handful of things done, nothing really major. Took care of a few things. Karen got off to work, and then I basically headed out to Orlando. Had to go over and take Barbara to an appointment that she was not going to be able to drive home from. So I went ahead and said heck with it. So rode the motorcycle over there, went down through Oak Hill, and that's a little bit more of a scenic route that I usually don't take. So from there I headed on over, got there in time and hung out, talked to her for a little bit. She literally just left as I pulled up, so we went and talked to Wes, waiting for her to get back. And then we basically got in the car because I was not going to take her to the appointment on the motorcycle. So we took the car over there. I had her car, I said it'd be 2 to 3 hours. That's what they were telling me. So I went, ran by the house that we need to get renovated, took out some more garbage and stuff, took care of that, and then basically headed over to a little park by a lake there to go have myself a cigar. I was not even halfway into the cigar, and they called and said she was basically done. She'd be ready to go home within 20 minutes. So I was like, fuck, that sucks. So went ahead, finished up my cigar. From there, got to the car and was pulling out of the park area, and it was probably, I don't know, probably 10 minutes, 12 minutes since I got the first phone call, because I wasn't a giant big hurry, and if she sat there next to a couple minutes, it wasn't going to hurt her because they weren't closing up or nothing. So went ahead and said to hell with it. As I was pulling out of the parking lot there, I just throw my cigar away, anything else, I get another call from him saying it'll be probably 40 to 50 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? So now I went from what was, literally 20 minutes away, not even, 8 minutes away from being ready, to 40 minutes away from being ready at this point. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. So not real excited about that. There's different women that called me, so I don't know if one of them knew what the hell's going on or not. But so I headed on. There was, not that far, 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away, whatever. I get over there to the place, get there, walk in the door. I dropped her off, and they're like, she's over there. Just go through the unmarked door that's not locked. And I'm like, it's weird. So I walk in and stuff, and they're basically, you walk right into the recovery room, and they had somebody laying there on the table, just without the curtain pulled around them, which was really, I don't know, it just felt super odd, super inappropriate. So I went ahead, and as basically the lady came out of the other side room, she pulled the curtain around the patient, which was just laying there, recovering and stuff, which wasn't like they were, exposed or nothing. It was just still a little bit in that weird, uneasy feeling of, that person deserves their privacy of this curtain being pulled. And then a couple of days later, the woman came out and told me all about the surgery and the operation, the blah blahs and the pictures and whatnot. And then, Barbara came out of the bathroom, and we headed home, dropped her off. And as I went to take off on the bike, it was just pouring down rain, like absolutely torrential downpour. Like I wouldn't be able to get to the bike, get my helmet out of the bike, a hard bag in the back, and get it put on my head without getting my, glasses all wet, everything else. So hung out at the house for a few minutes until the rain cut back a little bit. Went over, got on the bike, headed out home. Had a couple of things to stop here and there with. Drove home in the rain. Got back, not a big deal at all. I don't mind riding in the rain. By the time I got home, it stopped raining here, so I was pretty excited about that part. Chilled out here at the house for a couple minutes, stuff. Got something to drink. Went and got my run done, so I get my run streak to keep it alive. From there, got my shower, and then I was literally in the shower, and Karen texted she was getting off work and heading home. She got home. We basically got her a couple of little things done real fast. Grabbed my drinks again, and we headed back to Orlando to go to the comedy show. They had the Clash, the comics. The final was tonight. Shireen and Miguel were going to be up on stage. That we, had talked to them at the first show, and basically let them know we were coming back out to support them in that. Found out Ross was going to be there. Didn't realize he was performing tonight. We saw James Young, a whole bunch of people out there. That was pretty cool. Had a great time. The show was good. Just there was a couple that weren't that great, and they didn't even have a full 5 minutes. Like they were getting off stage like 3.5 minutes, and one guy off stage like 4. There was one guy off stage like 2.5 minutes, and I was like, wow, that's not what I was expecting at all. So went ahead and said heck with it. From there, we also found out that Dirty Jim was there that night. Oh, I talked to Matt also, Shireen's boyfriend. Talked to him quite a bit before the show, a little bit after the show. But we found Dirty Jim, Jim Colbert, and Tori were both there swimming stuff, and we headed towards the front to holler at them real quick. And it was really cool seeing their stuff, and gave Jimmy a hard time a little bit. And then Tori's like, "Oh, congratulations, happy birthday, Karen," all that kind of stuff. And it was really kind of cool because that whole fact of just don't really, we're getting to know them more as people at different events and stuff, and talking to Tori off and on quite a bit, which is always a great time. So Tori and Jimmy are really cool people. Enjoy the chance every chance we get to talk to them. So from there, we basically headed out, talked to Miguel again on the way out and everybody else and Shireen and stuff. Got out of there, got 2 more free tickets, which is cool, to another show coming up. We're not sure exactly which show we're gonna go see, but we got a couple tickets to go see a free show, which you gotta love. So headed on out of there. We also ate at Johnny Rockets, which is like a little 50s style type diner thing that you eat there. And I was like really disappointed to have the little tiny jukebox at your table, and the jukebox don't work, but they allow it to put money in, but it just doesn't work. So they don't have a sign saying how to order, nothing else. I guess they assume nobody's gonna pay for it, so it's like a nickel per song, who cares? But it was just the ambiance of this 50 style diner thing. They're also supposed to, I guess, like dance for you and stuff every 20 minutes or so, and nobody done that. But the lady that served us was like really just, I don't know, not real competent at her job. We went to order a burger like we usually do with a burger shop. We'll just order one burger, split it up, and there doesn't come with fries. It's just a burger only. So it's like $10 for just a hamburger, and it come out, it was literally smaller than a Wendy's like value menu burger. I was very disappointed. $2 extra for unlimited fries. We got one tiny little plate of fries and never asked for refills, nothing. It was crazy. Asked for a ticket. Finally took forever. She came back over with my bill, so I gave her the money for it. I head back over, and she brings me back my change, and she shorts me $3.60. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, this ain't right. And I'd already left my tip on the table, so I'm like, this is screwed up as hell. So I said, you shorted me. So she goes and gets some more money, comes back over, and she still shorts me money. And I'm like, you're still shorting me money. Like, you're stealing money from me right now. And I'm saying stuff. So then she has to go, and she's like, wanders off, and I have to go find a calculator to find out how much she owes me and for my change. And I'm like, what the hell? So as she goes, the second time I had to tell her, hey, you're stealing from me. She goes the other end of the damn restaurant to get, I don't know, a calculator, I guess, because that's what I see her punching on. I walk over and pull the tip off the table. I'm like, you don't get a tip when you're trying to steal from me. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So you're trying to steal, a 38% tip off me while I'm already leaving you a 20% tip. So I was like, no, I'm good. I'm not tipping you over 50% of a bill when the food wasn't that great and the service wasn't fast and it was slow to get a ticket and all this kind of stuff. So we got out of there, headed back over to the club, had a great time. Basically got home, drove in the dark, and it was funny because we came across a crazy wreck on I-4, and like all 3 lanes were blocked, and it was going to be bad. Luckily it was right by an exit that I know, so I jumped off the interstate right there real quick, and the whole place was like dead stopped. The interstate was dead stopped. So I basically turned off, came back through Maitland exit, came home through Osteen and that. It was actually kind of a really cool feeling. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And my GPS was screwing up completely, so I had to drive home by my own memory, which was not a problem. Karen's like, you know where you're going? I'm like, yeah, I can pretty much find a way. I just rode, been this way before and stuff. And it felt really cool to finally be down here and making enough trips that I could jump off the interstate and avoid massive backup and be able to still get home and feel confident I'm knowing the areas, knowing the roads enough, I can get home, which is a really cool feeling. So, and it was actually even cooler because Karen didn't know how to get there from there. And she's grew up here her whole life between Orlando and, New Smyrna Beach, Ormond Beach, and that stuff. So she's made that trip, basically her whole life back and forth, and didn't know the route as well as I did, which felt really, really cool. It's kind of awesome. So other than that, got home, chilled out a little bit, tried to watch a little bit of Netflix, and then had a little bit of ice cream, birthday cake, the last little bit of cake, and wrapped it up and called it a night. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.